Hey guys, just a Gadamu here, and I'm doing another dye tutorial. So sometimes there's a figure or a thing that you want to protect from your RIT fabric dye. Now, there's times where you can cut that thing apart or take it apart. These figures come apart quite a bit. I did end up cutting the chest in half so that I could just dye the top half of the chest. Also, by the way, I removed the paint with Q-tips and acetone because there's factory paint on these, and the factory paint won't take the dye. So remove the factory paint, that way this piece will dye. Remove the vents because I didn't want them to dye. As you can see, they're that tan. But there are some parts that I'm going to be changing around. And actually, I thought I was dyeing the shoulders, but I'm not. So I'm really glad I started filming this video. So basically, I'm dyeing the feet, the chest, and the shield, and this little part that I cut off the chest. So now I will be taking these parts and very carefully dropping them into the dye. Now when these dye, it will have fuzzy edges, and it can break through the sticky tack. So I'm probably going to drop my parts in a way that they're apart from each other rather than the sticky tack sticking to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. This is my pot. Don't stick your arm over it like that. Yeah, this is my blue dye. This is an artificial dye, so it should take pretty quickly. I'm dropping my parts kind of apart from each other. Hopefully they don't stick. This does have the potential to have weird tendrils of dye cut through the dye blocker, I guess, the wall mounting putty. That's what it is. And you want good wall mounting putty, by the way, not just some cheap crap stuff. I recommend Gorilla wall mounting putty or the orange stuff you find at like the office supply store. Anyways, cook it in the pot, check on it here and there, be careful as you scoop it out with your spoon. As it gets wet though, it's not so sticky, and so yeah, I've had good luck with this. I think only once did it really kind of go awry, and you know, that's just kind of part of how it goes. So make sure I'm gonna let this cook and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so I've got the parts, they're all dyed, and I'm gonna hand the phone over to my camera person. There you go, camera person. He's gonna hold it really steady on these. So I covered these in wall mounting putty, and this might take more cleanup than I anticipated to get all the gunk off, but so far so good. Truth is, you gotta get like some more, as always, to get the rest off. Also, I haven't washed these yet. You can see edges are looking pretty good for the foot. I don't know if both feet will come out so fortunate. I'll just have to see. So this creates a dye barrier, and the dye doesn't hit the plastic, and it gets everything around it. It may seep under though, so I don't know, let's see. By the way, you can't really reuse this stuff because it's just kind of ruined from there. It's going to take some work with my fingernails to get it off, but you can see that the color is fine underneath there. But were we as fortunate in other places? I don't know. Oh, this is the neck cavity, and looks like it snuck in a little bit down in here, and on that side you can see that the edges are fuzzy. And now for the shield, which is probably the hardest. I was like, man, this shield, I don't know if I can pull this off, honestly. But I gave it a shot. It's a nasty, gunky mess. It's going to take some real cleanup. I had better sticky tack. I had Gorilla sticky tack, which I haven't tried for this, but I misplaced it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was aiming for, because this is what the original version looks like. Look at that. That's beautiful. That came out perfect as far as I can tell. Yes. Yes. That is exciting. That is exciting. So we've got the chest, we've got the feet, we've got the shield. And I call that a successful dye. Well, if you want more tips on dyeing, the staying alive and dyeing plastics kind, make sure to follow me here on YouTube, as I've got other tutorials a-coming. But this was a great success. Sometimes the dye will leach through. You know, there'll be like a break in the sticky tack, and it'll leach in and have this weird tendril. But it really worked out this time. I mean, like, we did get some into the neck area. There, you can see the fuzzy edges, but I think it's worthwhile. And the reason why I do this instead of painting is because the paint scrapes right off. And this lasts. See you guys next time.